everybody doing? I'm just, I don't know. I'm uninspired today. I don't know what I feel like doing. So I figured I'd just hang out and chat a bit. And then if something sparks my fancy, then we can jump into it. But for now, I'm just gonna chill and chat with y'all. And listen to some chill tunes. You can see what we're listening to up there. I've been trying to think of a way to... So I have a board game that I really want to play with my friends that I'm trying to figure out a way to run with people, but the problem is there's no tabletop sim mod for it. Yeah, and that makes it hard because it's a really great game, but I don't really have many local friends who can like come over and do stuff. All my friends are out there in the world. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to run a game with people. It's a really fun game though, called Stone Saga. I played it with my mom for several sessions. I didn't finish a complete campaign, but it's a legacy game, so each game builds on the last. I don't know. That's hard to describe. It's really fun though. There's a demo on Tabletop Simulator, but it's not the full thing, so we couldn't play the whole thing that way. Once we get some more people in here, I do want to go through some of my favorite games. I have a chart made up of like my all-time favorites. What? Tilty. Always tilty. Catan, there's exactly one Final Fantasy game on there because I made a rule for myself that only one game per series is allowed. So you will not... It was 6. 6 is on the list, yes. So, yeah. But if I allowed multiple things from series, then yeah, there'd be like 6 Final Fantasy games on there, and you know, both of the Guild Warses and all that jazz. It'd just be cluttered. So I limited myself to one representative from a given series that sort of like takes the place of the whole series. But I figured I'd wait and go through that stuff once we have more of an audience. Because that's the sort of thing that's best if you've got a lot of back and forth interaction. I don't think I ever got Umaro or Gogo when I played FF6. But then again, I don't have the completionist bug that a lot of people seem to have. Oh, now I'm tilty in the other direction. Your plan is to have one party at the end just play itself. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. For the final boss, how you have to split up the party. Machinarium. I don't think I've played Machinarium. Sorry, just looking at the music. This is a different station than usual today. It's the instead of being the OC Remix channel, it's the Chill channel. So, I don't know. Figured it'd fit the vibe a little better. You need to figure out some idle music for your stream? Well, I can. I will once again plug the service that I use called Rainwave. They've got a multitude of stations, but the one I use the most is the OC Remix station, which is just tracks from OC Remix 24/7, and it's all royalty free and copyright free. So, ancient site, yeah. I mean, it's been around for this long for good reason. And they're still going strong. But they have like sub channels. Like there's one for chiptunes and there's one for chill. And I think they have one that's just game music. Oh, I think I've heard this mix before. DJ Cutman always has good stuff. I don't know. Today is a very low energy day. I do still want to talk about my favorite games though. But like I said, I'm waiting for there to be a few more people in here before I jump into that. Although I guess if I started on that, that might convince more people to stay. Yeah, it's just a cropped browser. I can give you the CSS and the crop pad stats if you want. Hey Void, how you doing? Yeah, I'll send it to you on Telegram. And then I cheekily, it's a secret to everybody, so don't tell. But I just have the top part of the browser off the top of the screen, so that I can still control it by clicking on it. It's just not showing up in the stream. Void, you forgot to eat for the past 2 days. Go eat. Go eat food. You need food. Silly bat. Void's a bat. You are a bat, right? I'm not mixing you up with someone else. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, eat some fruit or something. Fruit's good for you. Got vitamins and fiber and all that good stuff. No fruit, only veggies? Okay, fine. They're too sweet. Oh, okay. I love fruit. I cannot get enough fruit. I like bananas and apples and pears and grapes. Oh my goodness, grapes. I could eat grapes for days. I could probably like I'm a simple girl. I could probably survive for eternity off of bread and cheese and grapes. And like that's it. If any fruit, it'd have to be tropical. I don't know very many tropical fruits other than the standard ones. Bananas don't grow on a bush, they grow on a grass. Catan. Learn your botany. Or an herb. Depending on how you're looking at it. It's either a grass or an herb. I've been pretty good, Void. It's just a low energy day today. I don't know why. Let's see. We've been up for half an hour or so. We'll probably start the game discussion. Oh, Catan, you should get Star in here. I bet she'd be interested to hear. I know she likes hearing about some less common games. And there are certainly plenty of those. Oh, okay. There are certainly plenty of those on my list. She might be in office today, though. Oh, okay. Did you know okra's a fruit? I mean, a lot of things are biologically fruits that we consider vegetables. Tomato being the traditional example. One of my favorite meme images is Photoshop of Captain Crunch. It says, "Oops, all technically berries," and it's just full of stuff like eggplant and avocado and peppers. And the tagline is just not delicious at all, probably poisonous. I don't know if I can dig that up. Peppers are good, Void. I like peppers. I have been learning to appreciate spicy peppers, especially lately. I remember you talking about those, Catan. I'm still working my way up. I'm still getting used to habaneros. But my favorite are probably the chipotles and adobo sauce, though. Oh my goodness, that stuff is so good. I tried looking up to see if they just sell the sauce, but I mean, they do sell just adobo sauce, but it hasn't had peppers sitting in it for who knows how long, so it doesn't taste the same. A lot of things have more vitamin C than oranges. I don't know how oranges became the poster child for vitamin C. It's probably the Orange Growers Association of America or something. Some insidious media plot. Hands down the spiciest thing you've ever had in your life. Yeah. Right now my three main hot sauces are... So I've got just plain old sriracha, which is just sort of my good old generic hot sauce. Number two is probably... There we go. Number two is probably... I have a really nice mango habanero hot sauce, which is great on anything where a little bit of sweetness is good, like turkey burgers. We have turkey burgers here a lot, and it's so good on turkey burgers. And then the third one that I use a lot is there's a Old Bay hot sauce that is so good on seafood, especially shrimp. Oh my goodness, it's so good. But then again, I'm from Maryland, and we put Old Bay on everything here, so... So yeah, those are the three hot sauces that I keep on hand. Hot One's final dab. I'm too chicken to try any of those super ridiculously spicy ones. Sriracha's already still a little bit... Like, Sriracha's about as spicy as I can do right now. It has good flavor. Well, maybe I'll work my way up to it then. Purgatory the End. I would not trust this hot sauce that calls itself Purgatory the End. No, that just sounds like a bad time in a bottle. Don't feed things to Allie that she doesn't want. Poor Allie. Y'all bully her too much. Alright, let me refill my water. And I'll launch into my games. Alright, I've got water. Yeah, don't bully Allie. She's nice. She deserves better. Anyways, yes. Let's launch into the game stuff. So, as I said earlier, my rules were... It's not a strict ranking. They're just sort of divided into tiers. But there's no ordering within a tier, because I can't possibly... I need to turn this down a little. Because I can't possibly rank stuff against each other. And then the other rule I set for myself is only one game from a given series can appear on the list. And it'll be representative of the whole series. So... I'll kick things off with my top 5 favorites. Oh, let's make it bigger. So yes, top 5 all-time favorite games. Starting with Outer Wilds. Yeah, Wander Song. Oh, that's... How are we gonna layer this? There we go. I guess that's okay. So yeah, starting with Outer Wilds. It's a good game. I don't know what else to say without spoiling it. It's probably the best game in the sort of Myst vibe that I've ever played. Meaning that all of the progression is knowledge inside your own head. There's no upgrades, there's no inventory, nothing. You could technically start up a game of Outer Wilds, and if you knew how, you're thinking Guild War 2 The Mists? What do you mean? I guess I don't understand. For Outer Wilds, you mean? Oh, okay. Instead of yeah, no, missed the video game. But yeah, you could technically start up a game of Outer Wilds and just go and beat it immediately if you knew how. Because the only thing that stands between you and the end of the game is knowledge. And I think that's amazing, and it's because of that that you can only play Outer Wilds once in your life. You never played Myst? Myst is good. I like Riven better. It's later down on the list. I'll talk about it more later, but I was raised on Myst, on the Myst series. Because we had a Mac in my household growing up instead of a PC. So I missed out on a lot of the early PC games. But yes, if you enjoy puzzle games, if you enjoy thinky games, if you enjoy exploration games, if you enjoy chill games, you've gotta try Outer Wilds. It's absolutely amazing, and there's really nothing like it. There are a lot of games that claim to be like Outer Wilds, but I have yet to find anything truly like it. Then we've got Wander Song, which is a completely different vibe. There is a whole thing about people trying to watch other people's first run, because the first run is the only run. Yeah. It's really good. And I don't want to talk about it too much without spoiling anything. But yeah, Wander Song. It's such a sweet and heartfelt little game. It looks kind of cutesy, and you know what? I bet we could get trailers of these. Let's see, how would I go about doing that? Let's see. I could probably just let's see. Full screen capture. Let's watch the trailer together. I think it's the best way to do it. So yeah, that's Wander Song. It's a game where you play as a little bard whose world is coming to an end, and you go out on a journey to stop it. You do not have to sing. It's a really sweet story, and it's really heartfelt. It's about hope in the face of adversity, and power of friendship, that sort of thing. It's just really heartfelt, really sweet. It's got a really powerful message. Um, Despite the cutesy graphics, and despite the goofy looking protagonist, it's I don't know. It's really sweet. It's left a huge impact on me for being such a short game. So that's the other thing, is that these are not like the games that I've played the most, or the games that I have the most hours in. These are, or the games that I've played the most times. These are the games that have stuck with me, the games that I think about the most. And yeah, Wander Song. Maybe it's just because it's me, but Wander Song fits my vibe and my outlook perfectly. Because it's all about bringing people together and working on something greater than yourself, and yeah, hope in the face of adversity. And I try to embody all of those things. So yeah, it's an older game at this point. You can probably pick it up on sale pretty easily. So if any of that sounds interesting, definitely check out Wandersong. And then next up is Subnautica. I know we've talked about it a lot on the channel. I even played it once on the channel already, but I love Subnautica. It does one thing that a lot of other survival crafters don't do, and that thing is that it ends. There are so many survival crafters that just sort of you get to the end of the tech tree, or you unlock all the materials or whatever, and then the game is just like, oh well, make your own fun. And it's so easy for the game to just sort of fade out into nothingness once you're all powerful. But Subnautica has a goal and an end. And there have been more survival games that have been doing that lately, but Subnautica was the first one that, as far as I know, that did it. And it was the first one that I played that had it. And I think that makes all the difference. But on top of that, it's just, I think, really well tuned, really well done. It's not too hard, it's not too punishing. Yeah, too many survival games have a grind fest for an end, and that's not what Subnautica does. I think Subnautica does it the perfect way. Like, from the moment you start, you have a goal. And obviously it's harder to achieve that goal than it originally appears, but yeah. It's a good game. You should play it. You should play all these games. They're all good. That's why they're on the list. But especially if you like survival crafting games, Subnautica, I think, is the perfect example of it. Then we've got, let me move it out of the way in my head here. We've got Journey. What do I say about Journey? That's an older game. It's been around for quite some time. It's Journey's what, 2011 or something? It's definitely more than 10 years old. I think about this game a lot because it's an experience. It's yeah, without spoiling, it's an experience much like Outer Wilds that you can really only have once. And it's just such a beautiful game. And the mechanics and the theme reinforce each other so well. You can, it's an old game. You can pick it up for a song during Steam sales. If you haven't played it, it's absolutely worth it. make sure that you aren't set to offline mode when you play it. You have to play this game online with an active connection. Otherwise, it's just not the same. And I won't explain why, but you just do. And then last but not least, we've got Minecraft. I don't know. I don't know what there is to say about Minecraft. That hasn't already been said. If you haven't heard of Minecraft, first off, I want to live where you're living. But I don't know. Minecraft isn't really a game. Yeah, I was gonna say small indie title. I think it's like the single most profitable video game ever. No, more is it Fortnite? Either way, there's a reason it's one of the most well-known video games of all time. And that's because it's not really a video game, it's a video game platform. Because just the sheer number of mods that you can install for it, you can absolutely just create your own dream game in the Minecraft universe. I mean, the base game is fine, like the Bedrock edition or whatever, but mods, I think, make Minecraft what it is. Although, honestly, these days I play more Vintage Story than Minecraft, but Vintage Story started as a Minecraft mod, so I'm gonna kind of lump them together here. So yeah, that's my top 5 all-time favorite games in no particular order. Is Outer Wilds, Wandersong, Subnautica, Journey, and Minecraft. You hear more about Hytale just because it's newer, I think. I have not actually tried Hytale. I'm waiting for it to get a few more features. But I am interested in trying it at some point. Alright, on to the next section. How new old is Vintage Story? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I only discovered it in December of last year, I think. So it's pretty new to me. I know it's been around longer than that. But it's not like 10 years. That sounds about right. But they've been gathering a lot of steam lately, I think. But excuse me, I'll have to do more. Yeah, it's been living quietly in the shadows for a long time, but it's gained a lot of momentum lately. They've been putting out some really big releases of Vintage Story. Alright, so that's my top 5. So next up is the next. So like I said, I have them divided into tiers. So that's the top 5. So next up is the next 10. Again, in no particular order. And boom, here we go. Starting all the way over there. There, over. Come on. Over there with Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is the representative of basically all the Souls-like games that I've ever played. I think Hollow Knight does it best. Better than Dark Souls. Sorry, Dark Souls. But yeah, Hollow Knight does it better. And I actually like Hollow Knight better than Silksong. Because I think Silksong tips the difficulty a little too far into the hard territory. But yeah, just the general vibe of it, and I think the difficulty is tuned just right. It's hard but not punishing, at least not until you try to fight some of the optional Uber bosses. You have too many games that you have but never played, including Hollow Knight? Yeah, that's that's kind of how it always is. Well, if it helps, I recommend both Hollow Knight and Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is right here. Yeah, the ever-growing backlog. So yeah, Hollow Knight, and then Myst. We touched on Myst a little bit. You'll stick with Ori? I don't know if I would consider Ori to be a Souls-like, though. It's definitely a Metroidvania, but I don't know if I'd consider it to be Souls-ish. It's still a good game, though. I don't remember whether or not it made this list. Same maker as Hollow Knight? No, it's not. No, it's not. Hollow Knight is Team Cherry. Ori is, why can't I think of their name? Anyways, it's not Moon? Yeah, that's right, it's Moon. But yeah, it's Ori and Hollow Knight are two very different studios. Thank you, Catan. But yeah, we touched on Myst a little bit with Outer Wilds, but here it is, in its entirety. I don't know. I thought, I debated a lot whether I should put Myst or Riven here as the representative of the series. Because it's really hard to pick between the two. Myst was revolutionary when it came out, and it had a huge impact on my childhood. But I think Riven is probably the better game. Don't tell Walter I said that, but I don't know. The puzzles in Myst just sort of aren't well integrated into the world. Even though the world is amazing, and I love the world building and the environment and the vibe. The puzzles are not well indicated or integrated rather. Whereas in Riven, the puzzles feel like they are a natural part of the world. The puzzles in Myst just sort of sit there and jump out at you and say, "Solve me, I'm a puzzle." And they're just in your way. The Myst Riven MMO, you're talking about Uru? Uru Ages of Mist? It's not really an MMO anymore. Yeah. It was okay. I think there are private servers still keeping the game alive, but I know the official ones have been dead for decades. I think Uru was a little bit ahead of its time. I think if they had waited 10 years for technology to catch up with their vision, they would have had a better time of it. But yeah, Myst is good. Riven is good. Myst 3 is good. Myst 4 is great. Myst 5 is a game that exists on Steam. And Uru is also pretty good. If you like puzzles, if you like wandering around a world and just soaking in the vibes, you should definitely try Myst or Riven, but Myst first. Okay. Spiritfarer. Oh goodness, what do I say about Spiritfarer? This is another one, probably the trailer could probably explain it better than I ever could. Alright, so we're gonna bring up the Spiritfarer trailer, if you're not familiar with it.
Rated T for teen.
Yeah. So, Spiritfarer is a game where you are tasked with taking over the job of Charon, the fairy master of the dead. And you collect the spirits of the recently deceased and you keep them on your giant houseboat until they're ready to move on. And then when they are, you take them to the door and usher them through. And it's really sweet and it's really sad. But in like the best way. I can't even think about it without tearing up. And I haven't played it in probably 5 years. And it's still that powerful. It's something else. Sorry. Yeah, very powerful game. Very amazing music. I only own 3 game soundtracks, and Spiritfarer is one of them. It's that good. But yeah, the gameplay it's kind of a life sim. It's kind of like an Animal Crossing-ish kind of. You got your daily tasks. You gotta gather things. You gotta fulfill requests for the people on your boat. But it's really chill. It's not a difficult game by any means, and it doesn't take much time to do anything. It's quite easy, but I think that works all in service of the vibe, because it lets you focus on building your relationship with the spirits and exploring the world and just getting the boat the way you want. And it's yeah, it's just really good. It's amazing. That's why it's here. Alright, next up, Tunic. Tunic is the closest Outer Wilds game that I've found. Or the closest game to Outer Wilds that I've found in terms of progression using knowledge. If you liked Outer Wilds, or if Outer Wilds sounded cool, you'd probably like Tunic. Tunic has a little more Zelda DNA in it, and it's got like top-down hack and slash kind of stuff. But it's still got the same sort of advancement via player knowledge mechanic that Outer Wilds has. And yeah, the less said about Tunic, the better, because you want to go in blind, just like Outer Wilds. It's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Oh, excuse me. Speaking of games that advance using your own knowledge, Kerbal Space Program. I learned more about physics and orbital mechanics in Kerbal Space Program than I did any time during my educational career in school. Um, it's so good. Um, it's just the right amount of realistic. It's not like hyper realistic, but it's realistic enough that you can really understand it. He technically landed on the moon once. The moon is actually hard. I think Minmus is easier. But I do want to try and stream Kerbal Space Program on this channel at some point, but I have to figure out how to get the mod manager working. Because Kerbal Space Program without mods is kind of like Minecraft without mods. It's just a empty shell of what it could possibly be. But I couldn't figure out how to get the mod loader working on Linux, so I'll have to buckle down and try and figure that out again sometime. Let's see. Kirby Superstar. Not much to say about this. So yeah, CCAN is the mod loader. I couldn't get it working in the, 4 hours that I tried, but I'm sure there's a way. It's just beyond my current skills. I'd have to enlist Walter and pick in his brain about it. Yeah, Kirby Superstar. I don't know what else to say about that. It's my favorite Kirby game. Probably my favorite Super Nintendo game. It's just really good. I played it a lot as a kid. When I still had my physical copy of it, I had 300% save files on there. And it's good. And it can do 2-player with the helper mechanic. It's just really good. If you like Super Nintendo games, you owe it to yourself to play some Kirby Superstar. Good old Baba is you. Let's see, next up, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. This is another one of those that you can really only play once. It's a bit more puzzly. It's closer to Myst than Outer Wilds, but it's still absolutely amazing, and the vibes are immaculate. It's a little bit spooky, but not too spooky. It's not a horror game by any stretch of the imagination. But it evokes the vibe of a horror game. I don't know. It's hard to describe. I kind of want to stream it at some point. Unlike Outer Wilds, it is actually possible to replay Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, because the puzzle solutions are at least a little bit randomized. So multiple playthroughs are sort of possible. The puzzles are still the same, so you know how to solve them once you've solved them, but you still have to go through process of solving them. But yeah, it's really good, and the soundtrack is amazing too. It's the same people that did Sayonara Wild Hearts, if you're familiar with that one. That one will also be showing up later on the list. Let's see. The Witness. Jonathan Blow's... I am on Bazite, yes. Jonathan Blow's pretentious storytelling notwithstanding, The Witness is still one of the best puzzle games I've ever played in my life. It's a perfect difficulty curve that builds on itself. And it just... yeah. It's really good. Just don't bother listening to any of the audio logs or worrying about the story, because it's dumb. Just play it for the puzzles and the scenery. It's a beautiful island. It has a lot in common with Myst. I think it explicitly states that Myst is one of its big inspirations. Let's see. Baldur's Gate 3. That's behind me. I don't know what's to be said about Baldur's Gate 3 that hasn't already been said. It's really good. It's the best substitute for a D&D campaign that I've ever played. Even better than Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Sorry, guys. I played them back when I was a kid, and 3 is just better by a pretty hefty margin. Sorry. Being baffled by the presence of so many tieflings. I mean... that's because you're following a band of refugee tieflings for most of the game. Like, that's a major plot point, is following these refugee tieflings as they go to Baldur's Gate. But yeah, it's good. It's a good game. It's a long game, but it's a good game. And Shadowheart is adorable. And Karlach is adorable. You can't play as a Jin? I guess I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what a Jin is in terms of mythology, but I didn't realize that was a playable thing in other Baldur's Gates or in D&D in general. And you probably can with all the mods. It is a very moddable game. Pardon me. Oh, excuse me. Alright. And last but not least, in the 6 to 15 bracket, Later Alligator. It's just a cute game. It doesn't have a deeper message. It doesn't have a grandiose plot. It's just a silly, cute game with silly, cute characters and silly, cute puzzles. Um, it's just good, wholesome fun. And it's a beautifully animated game, too. Like, the people who behind it definitely know their stuff, and all of the characters are memorable and endearing. Uh, it's just it's such a cute time. I think about it constantly. I should play it on the channel at some point, but I'd have to learn how to do voices. But so yeah, that's my favorite games number 6 through 15. Hmm. All right, I'm going to take a little break before moving on to the next batch. Just get up and stretch my legs a little bit. But stick around. I'll be back. It won't be long. I'm not even going to bother running ads. But yeah. See you soon. helps if I turn my microphone on. Yes, I'm back. Hello. Just wanted to stretch my legs for a little bit. So let's see. Load up the next one. So these are, what, 16 to 30? It's the next 15 on the list. So here we go. Yeah, 16 to 30. Starting off with Chrono Trigger. I don't know what all needs to be said about Chrono Trigger that hasn't been said already. It's a classic for a reason. It's really good. It's one of the best Super Nintendo games of all time. Play it. If you like Super Nintendo games, if you like JRPGs, if you like, what's his name? Oh, why can't I remember his name? The Dragon Ball guy. If you like his art, he did all the character designs for that game too. Yes, Akira Toriyama, thank you very much. Yeah, legendary soundtrack, legendary game. Play it. There's nothing like it. It got a sequel called Chrono Cross that I would like to play at some point. Ayla? Yeah. Big lady. Yeah, Disco Elysium. Good game. Really interesting. If you want an experience, it's a little bit like running a D&D game, but don't want to worry about all the combat and rules and stuff. Disco Elysium is basically all story. And I should play this one on stream too, now that it's fully voiced. Yeah. It's really good. I'm running out of things to say. I keep on saying they're really good, but... I mean, that's why they're on this list, right? Here, let me shrink the... There we go. Yeah, Disco Elysium is really good. It gets a lot of talk for reasons. For good reason. Because it's a good game. There's a lot of games trying to come out and be like the spiritual successor to it. But there's kind of nothing like the original. Let's see. Abiotic Factor. Is on this list for all the same reasons that Subnautica is, but Subnautica came first, so Subnautica ranked higher. But Abiotic Factor is a really good survival crafting kind of game, and it has a defined end. And a really, really nice power curve. And it's got really nice... it uses the aesthetics of the original Half-Life. So it's got nice, like 1995 crunchy pixels, low poly characters. It's got a really good aesthetic. I like it a lot. It's really good. If you like survival crafters, definitely give Abiotic Factor a try. It's a long game. It's definitely longer than Subnautica, but it's absolutely worth it. Katon, you like survival crafters, right? I wouldn't mind playing Abiotic Factor with you at some point. I know we tried playing it as a group, and that kind of fell through. But, I have yet to actually finish Abiotic Factor. I've started many games, and I almost finished one of them, but they've all fallen through for one reason or another. And I would love to actually finish one. Let's see. Night in the Woods. This is another one that's been around for a while. And everybody talks about it with good reason. It's an amazing story told very, very well. Memorable characters. I will, yeah. If you like narrative games, Night in the Woods is absolutely something you have to play. I am continually saddened that we lost the creator. So we'll never get a sequel. We'll never get anything else like it because the creator sadly passed away and the studio behind it dissolved. But at least we got Night in the Woods to remember them by. Alright, next up we have, kind of behind my head here, Disgaea 4, representing the entire Disgaea series. If you like tactics RPGs, if you like games with absolutely bonkers numbers, you gotta try the Disgaea series. Plus the humor is on point. It's a really good mix of humor and heartwarming, like heartfelt stuff. And I think Disgaea 4 is the best in the series by a pretty large margin. Yeah. It's really good. All these are really good. I keep saying that, but, like, I don't know what else to say. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Here representing the entire, this is Justice for All, the second game in the series, representing the whole Phoenix Wright series. If you've never played a Phoenix Wright game, you owe it to yourself to at least try. They are fantastic. They have absolutely nothing to do with legal systems, but they're fantastic, like, anime nonsense bullshit in all the best possible ways. It has spawned so many memes for a reason. It's just that memorable and that amazing. You do owe it to yourself to give it a try. And all of the collections are available on Steam now, so it's so much easier to get it than it has been in any of the years prior. You used to have to hunt down a bunch of really obscure DS games, but they've all been re-released. They're all available on modern systems, so they're easy to get, easy to play. You owe it to yourself to go through the story of Phoenix and Maya and all the other beloved misfits and their anime bullshit nonsense. Final Fantasy VI here, representing the whole Final Fantasy series, notably 6 and 9 and 10. Probably my favorites, but 6 is a standout, I think. Just partly because of my own biases, because I was raised on the Super Nintendo, and the Final Fantasy VI is basically their victory lap of the Super Nintendo before moving on to the next generation of hardware. I don't know what all to say about it. You've heard of Final Fantasy. It's one of the biggest gaming franchises of all time. And it's one of the biggest gaming franchises of all time for a reason. Terra or Celise? I don't know. I like Terra. I think she's cute, and I like her story. Knew it. Nope. Thanks for the hydrate, Star. How you doing? I'm glad you could make it. I'm doing good. It's kind of a low energy day. I've just been going through my all-time favorite games with everybody. Haven't been playing anything. So let's see. Next up is Endless Sky. If you like space games, if you like sandbox games, you absolutely have to try Endless Sky. It's free. It's an open source game. It's completely free. You have to try it. It's so good. It's inspired by an old classic called Escape Velocity. You play from a top-down perspective, and you start as a little... You pick either like a little shuttle or a little cargo ship, and you work your way up from there. You take missions, you do cargo trading, you hunt bounties. It's so good. It's so good, and it's completely free. Did I mention that it's free? If it even remotely sounds interesting to you. If you like sandbox games or space games, you have to give it a try. Then, kind of behind my head here, we've got Stellaris. Speaking of space games, Stellaris is the ultimate space grand strategy game. There's really nothing else like it. Any science fiction trope you can name they've got it in Stellaris. You can create it and play it in Stellaris. I think I have spent as much time in the Empire Creator for this game as I have actually playing the game. I have several dozen custom empires created, and they're all unique and memorable in their own way. Really good. If you like strategy games, you should absolutely give Stellaris a try. The only thing that prevents me from rating this one higher is that I don't really agree with Paradox's DLC policy. If you want to get all of the Stellaris DLC, it'll cost you a couple $100. Which I think is absolutely absurd. Honestly, if you want to give Stellaris a try, I actually think they now have a subscription for Stellaris where you can pay a small monthly fee and have access to all of the expansion content, and I honestly think that is probably the best deal when you're just starting out. You pay for a month of the sub, so you learn what you like and what you don't, and then you can tailor your DLC purchases to what you actually care about. But ultimately, they just have produced way too much DLC for it to make it a more solid recommend. But there is a really good game in there, buried under all the stupid DLC practices. Speaking of stupid DLC practices, also behind my head is Guild Wars 2. The best MMORPG that I've ever played. It's really good. I love it. I could gush about it for hours. It's got a great story, it's got great mechanics, it's got great progression. Once again, held back by really dumb monetization choices. But they're doing better these days. They've learned from their mistakes. But unfortunately, they haven't applied any of those things retroactively. So it's still a bit of a mess. But yeah, the game itself is... Someone from ArenaNet was vague posting and has people guessing it's about Guild Wars 3. I mean, people have been doing stuff. People have been hypothesizing about Guild Wars 3 for decades now. I'm sure that somewhere, somehow, yeah. I'm sure that somewhere there is a Guild Wars 3 in some level of production, but I don't think it's imminent. Guild Wars 2 still has life left in it. But yeah, if you like MMORPGs, it's worth a try. The game is free to start. I won't call it free to play, because you do need to buy expansion packs in order to access most of the content, but it is definitely free to start. Although, unfortunately, the base game content is probably the weakest content. It's a lot like Final Fantasy XIV in that regard, in that they kind of started out on their worst. They started out with their worst ideas, and then quickly learned how to run a game afterwards. But I won't gush about it anymore. If you're interested in it, you can DM me about it. I am always up for helping new people get into the game or getting through stuff. I love it dearly. I have several thousand hours in it. Every now and then you get the itch for FF14 again. Yeah. I don't. I couldn't do FF14. I just, yeah, the plot's great, but the gameplay just isn't there for me. I just do not care about the gameplay of FF14. It's so bog standard and boring. Sorry if you like the game, but it does nothing unique. And there's no player expression with the builds or the gameplay. Like, every class has exactly one way to play it and build it. That's it. Like, your Lancer build is going to be the exact same thing as every other Lancer build out there, and you're going to play it exactly the same way. There's no room for player expression, and I think that's a real missed opportunity. But that's why Guild Wars 2 is on this list and Final Fantasy 14 isn't. Moving on down, we have Pokemon X, representing the entire Pokemon series. It was a real hard choice whether this was going to be Pokemon X or Pokemon Shield. Of course I went X. Duh. I mean, why wouldn't I? But yeah, it was a toss up whether this was going to be X or Shield, and I went with X. Mostly for personal reasons. Because ironically enough, X was the second. No, it wasn't the second. I guess it was the third Pokemon game I played. Because I played Blue, and then I actually skipped a lot of generations. I went straight from Blue to Pearl. And then from Pearl to X. So, yeah, I have not played every Pokemon game, not by a long shot. Yeah, there was a lot for me to learn when I got there. But, it was good. I basically played the first Pokemon game on each new system except the GBA. So I played the first one on the Game Boy, I played the first one on the DS, I played the first one on the 3DS, and I played the first one on the Switch. But, I mean, it's Pokemon. What else can I say? It's the most profitable IP on the planet for a reason. Because it's good. It's got so many little friends. And, it's a turn-based RPG at its core, and it's got, speaking of room for player expression, it's got tons of room for player expression with your team composition and your builds and your stuff that you do. And it's just real cute. I like it a lot, even if I haven't played them all. Jumping back into the narrative games, The Longest Journey. Longest Journey. Such a good Good game. Not many people know about it these days. It's one of the more obscure ones on this list. Um, but it's got a great story, great puzzles. I think it was from, what, 2000 or 2001, so it's definitely on the older side. And it shows. It hasn't aged as well as some of the others on this list. But it's still really good. If you like point and click adventures, if you like puzzle games, if you like narrative games, all those are good. It tells a good story, it's got nice puzzles. Some of them are a little bit obscure, some of them are a little bit, LucasArts. But, you know, it comes with the territory. There's a whole series of Longest Journey games, but this is the first and still probably the best. Yeah, it's good. Moving on, Chants of Sennaar. This is another one of those games that you can only play once because all of the knowledge, all of the progression is in your own knowledge. And it's really good. It's a language-based game. You're basically climbing up the Tower of Babel. And each floor has its own language that you have to decipher from context clues. And as you do, you can converse with the people and learn about what they're doing and stuff like that. It's really good. It tells a nice story, and the puzzles are amazing. The puzzles are fantastic. So if you like puzzle games, if you like puzzle games, if you like language, absolutely play Chants of Sennaar. Alright, what else have we got here? Yes. Papers, Please. One of the indie classics. Just a fantastic use of gameplay mechanics. If you haven't played it, if you're not familiar with it, you owe it to yourself to go check it out at least. Because it's... excuse me. It's a classic for a reason. And then Soma. Oh my goodness, Soma. Such a mind trip. I don't usually do horror games. You'll notice that this is the only... You played another game with similar mechanics called Not Tonight? I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, Soma is the only horror game on this list, and for good reason, because it doesn't have Georgie. Well, then it's just absolute trash, isn't it? No, I kid. Georgie is very memorable, though. But yeah, Soma is such a trip. It even has a story mode where you can basically disable the monsters. And it's absolutely worth playing that way if you aren't into horror games, just to experience the story. Yeah. Not journalist mode. It's scared baby mode. But yeah, it'll make you think. It'll make you think a lot. That's why it's on this list. So yeah, that's my top 30 favorite games, divided up into sort of the gold, silver, and bronze tiers in no particular order. I do have another chart full of honorable mentions that we can just blitz through if you want. I won't I won't take the time to go through them all individually like I did for these. But all right. So, Rune Factory, representing the entire Harvest Moon. Or, I don't know, did I have a separate thing for Harvest Moon? I did have a separate thing for Harvest Moons. But yeah, Rune Factory 4, representing all the Rune Factory games. It's good, it's cozy, it's fun, good combat. Better than Stardew Valley. Sorry, Stardew Valley fans. But the combat in Stardew Valley is just terrible. Sorry. Mega Man X2, representing the entire Mega Man X series. They're good. Play them. I like them better than the regular Mega Mans because of the dash and the wall climb. Antichamber. It's a fun puzzle game. A fun mind-bending puzzle game. Gunstar Heroes, probably one of the greatest Genesis games of all time. Persona 4 here, representing all of the Persona games. They're a bit of an acquired taste, but yeah, they're absolutely worth playing. Did I put Digital Devil Saga on here? I did not. Digital Devil Saga is also included here as part of the greater Shin Megami Tensei series. Nocturne if you want edgy Pokemon. Yeah. I don't really like the base SMT games. I only like the offshoots. So I like Persona and I like Digital Devil Saga, but I don't really do much with the base SMT games. But yeah, Persona 4 is probably my favorite of them. But you can't go wrong with 3, 4, or 5. Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor. This one sticks with me, has stuck with me for many years. It's a simple game, it's a short game. But it's a powerful game. Sounds like Space Station 13. It is absolutely nothing like Space Station 13. I don't know how to describe this one. It's it's a game about being poor and making do with what you have. Because you're working as the janitor in this giant cosmic spaceport. And there's like spaceships and adventurers going every which way. And like you can go down to the stores and you can see spells and equipment that are being sold for amounts of money that are, 100 to 300 times more than you have ever seen in your life. And it's very much a statement on being one of the working poor members of society. I won't say it's hopeless because you learn to take solace in the small everyday things, like getting a lucky break in your job, or the festivals that are held every day on Fridays, the holy day festivals. Learning to take pleasure where you can and trying not to let everything else get you down. It's a really powerful little game. It's a very short game. It's a very if it sounds even remotely interesting, you gotta check it out. Um, really good music too. It's one that a lot of people haven't heard about, which is why I wanted to be sure to put it on this list. Alright. Star Fox 64. I don't know what to say about this one. It's good. It's a Star Fox game. It's the best Star Fox game. It's so good that they've remade it like 3 times now. Oh, Terranigma. Terranigma's not on this list, but it should be. Listen to this music and tell me that it's not amazing. They did Cat Dirty. Alright, unpacking. It's not really part of a trilogy. I wouldn't say that it is. Like, they made other games like it, but I don't think there's any story continuity. But yeah, Unpacking. Unpacking is an adorable little game. I am continually amazed at how much they can, how much of a story they can tell just by you looking at the stuff that the character has brought with them from move to move. Because that's all you do, is you look at the boxes that this character has brought with her from house to house, and you have to put together her life just from those context clues, and they do such a fantastic job of it. I don't know how, but Unpacking has a villain in the story. And I don't know how they did it, but they have made me hate somebody with no face and no name. Because there is a villain in Unpacking, and we all hate them. Even though, like I said, they have no face and no name. They are absolutely the villain in the story. Let's see what else is in here. Celeste. Play Celeste. It's really good. Now you have to replay it because you don't remember how the story goes. You'll remember it once you get to that particular level. It's good. Maybe I'll play it here on stream sometime. But yeah, Celeste. Play Celeste. It's good. Don't let people tell you it's too hard. You can always use assist mode. There's no shame in using assist mode. It's a good game. Play it. It's fun. It's got great music. Hey Lewis, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm just going through some of my favorite games. I haven't really been doing much today. Let's see. UFO 50. The best retro collection of games that never existed. It's 50 games in one. I don't know how they got away with it. But, it's like the best collection of NES games that never existed. Check it out. Play it. It's amazing. Soul Calibur 3 here representing... That's a great description of it. I have been trying to describe I've been trying to describe these games without just saying it's good, play it. And I've been failing. I'm running out of words here. Um yeah, Soul Calibur 3 here representing the entire Soul Calibur series. Um they're probably my favorite fighting games. They're good. If you like fighting games, I recommend you give them a try. They're a lot more straightforward than most. You don't really have to do a lot of fancy combos. There's not a whole lot of meters, at least not in the earlier versions. It's just positioning, knowing your moveset, and knowing your character. Warframe. What is there to say about Warframe? It's good. The game lives and dies by its moment-to-moment gameplay. And if you like jumpy shooty, it's got jumpy shooty. Update June 17th? Yeah, I mean, there's always updates. You can tell when I made this chart by what the picture is here that I grabbed. Frog Detective 3 here representing the entire Frog Detective trilogy. It's super sweet. It's super fun. It's super cute. Play it. You can get through all 3 games in less than 5 hours. Do it. Play it. Or watch a playthrough of it. I don't care, but you just have to experience it. Speaking of Final Fantasy music. FF9, my beloved. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past here representing the entire Legend of Zelda series. This is another one of the SNES titles that I grew up with, so I have fond memories of it. I also think it's just really good. I personally think Breath of the Wild and especially Tears of the Kingdom are way overhyped. I think Link to the Past is where the game really came into its own. Zelda's 1 and 2 are kind of rocky, but I think Link to the Past is where they finally struck gold and hit their formula. Tactical Breach Wizards here representing the entire collection of what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. Anyways, the writer/lead designer on Tactical Breach Wizards has done 2 other games, and they're all great. They're all funny. And they're all worth playing, but Tactical Breach Wizards is the most recent and most well-polished. It's a great tactics game. It's got great humor. It's so snarky in all the best ways. It's really good. Play it. Slay the Princess, one of the few horror games on this series, definitely has made me think. It's got great voices, got a great story, it's got great branches. Play it. It's good. It's not that spooky. If a scaredy baby like me can play it, you can play it. Tales of Graces here representing the entire Tales of series. They are fantastic games. They're kind of your standard. It's like any long-running series. Some of the ones are better than others, but they're all consistently quite good. And there are some well-known classics in here, like Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Destiny 2, aka Tales of Eternia. But one of the things that I like most about the Tales of games is that they are, with the exception of the most recent entries, they are all co-op. So if you're looking for an RPG to play together with a friend or significant other, look at the Tales games. Because you can play together, you can plug in another controller and play together in battles with them. I have played all of the Tales of games together with my housemate of many years, and I would not have it any other way. They're a great experience to share with other people. So that's my... They are only local co-op, but all of the Steam releases support, what's it called? Steam Remote Play Together. But yeah, all of the Tales games except for whatever the newest one is, Tales of Arise maybe, support local co-op. FF game with the janky multiplayer, Crystal Chronicles. I think you're correct. That's the one where you had to have a GameCube and 4 GBAs to play it. You have Berseria and Zestiria. Berseria is great. Zestiria is... okay. I highly recommend Tales of Graces. It just recently got a remake. It's absolutely worth playing. Tales of Graces was trapped on the PS3 for the longest time. I'm so glad they came back and revisited it. But yeah, Berseria is also good. Yeah. I mean, almost all the Tales games are worth playing. The only one that's not worth playing is Tales of Legendia. And you can't even play that one anymore because they haven't bothered remaking it, for good reason. It's absolute trash. Nobody's ever heard of it because they have quietly swept it under the rug of history. It was one of the ones for the PS2. And it was garbage. So don't play Tales of Legendia. But any of the other Tales games are great. Except maybe Tales of Destiny 1. Tales of Destiny 1 is also kind of meh. But Tales of Destiny 2, aka Tales of Eternia, is fantastic. I had a hard time trying to decide whether or not to put Tales of Graces or Tales of Eternia on here as the representative game. Return of the Obra Dinn. Once again, in the entries, in the lineup of games that you can only play once because they require knowledge to play. Return of the Obra Dinn is great. It was a toss-up whether I put Return of the Obra Dinn or Curse of the Golden Idol here. Return of the Obra Dinn won the coin toss, but they're both great, and they both deserve a spot here, but I didn't want to have both of them on here, because that'd be too similar. But they're great. Play them if you like puzzle games, if you like detective games. Harvest Moon Back to Nature here, representing the entire Harvest Moon series. They're cozy, they're chill. They started a genre for a reason. Play them. They're fun. I like them a lot. Paradise Killer, also in the genre of detective games, except this one's got immaculate vibes and it's so over the top crazy. You play as an immortal detective on an island of other immortals who are worshipping aliens from other planets and trying to bring about their resurrection. I am glossing over a lot of details there. The world building is absolutely bonkers insane. But it's fun. It's there's nothing else like it. The setting is completely off the wall insane in the best possible way, and the characters are all ridiculously over the top. And the detective gameplay is solid. Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. What haven't I said about Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri? It's so good. So good. It tells a really great story in a really great way. And it's a fun strategy game too. Xenosaga here representing the entire Xeno series. Probably my favorite of the classic JRPGs. Really interesting story, really well told. They're the best movies I've ever played. Let's put it that way. 999 here representing the entire Zero Escape series. It's fun. It's got a really great twist, and it's a really great escape room puzzle game. Good. Even if it's a little gorier than some of the other stuff on this list. The gore is not why you play it. I don't know. It's hard to talk about without spoilers, but yeah. Caves of Qud. Here representing basically all traditional roguelikes. Caves of Qud is probably the best example of them. It's absolutely insane in the best possible way. I mean, what other game can you have your face dismembered and then you regrow your face and then you pick up your severed face and wear it on your face? It's absolutely bonkers the nonsense you can get up to in Caves of Qud. Yeah, you think that's the only one where you could do that, and yeah. And rounding out the list with Sayonara Wild Hearts, a pop album that you can play. It's great. It's a great musical jaunt. It only takes you like 2.5 hours to go through the whole game. It really is just a pop album that you play. It's sweet. It's got great music. It's one of the 3 soundtracks that I own. Because it's absolutely worth it, and it's good to just play if you're having a down day, because it's got a really uplifting message in it. And yeah, so that's the honorable mentions. Sorry I kind of rushed through those, but I mean, I've been spending a lot. I've been going for 2 hours talking about games now. So yeah, I hope that was I hope people enjoyed that. That was a lot of me gushing about what I like, and it's all completely subjective. But yeah, I like sharing the games I love, and I hope if each person watching this found one new game that they like because of that list, I will consider it a success. But yeah, it's great stuff. There's a lot of good games out there. It's so hard to pick the favorites, but like I said, these are the ones that have stuck with me over the years. These are the ones that I think about most. These are the ones that have had the biggest impact on me in my life. Hmm. I don't know what I want to do from here. Home. You did not see any Monster Hunter. I have not really ever found a Monster Hunter game that I liked. I tried playing Monster Hunter World. I bounced off of it pretty hard. And then I tried the one after that, Monster Hunter Rise or whatever, that everybody said was so much better than World, and I bounced off of that too. So yeah, I just don't think they're for me. What to do, what to do. I may just end stream here. Rise was the most new player friendly. Yeah. Deep Rock Galactic is also good. It would have made the honorable mentions if I had made the honorable mentions longer, but I mean, I had to make a cutoff somewhere. I can't just have my entire Steam library as honorable mentions. Alright, I think I'm probably just gonna... Where was Morrowind? It wasn't on there. Again, probably would have been in the honorable mentions somewhere. But I had to cut it down so it wasn't the size of a book. And I know it's heresy, but I actually like Skyrim better than Morrowind. Heavily modded Skyrim, of course. But yes, if your favorite games were not on there, it does not mean Catan, why? Don't bully. I mean, these are my favorite games, so by definition, I am correct. If you want to make your own list of your favorite games, then you can be right on your list. All right, I think it's been fun, and I'm glad everyone's been here to share my gaming opinions. But I think I'm gonna call it here. It's been kind of a low energy night, and I can't really think of anything that I want to start playing 2.5 hours into stream. So I'm gonna raid us off, probably to my sis, if she's still streaming. Yeah. So again, thank you all for sitting and listening to me gush about all my favorite games. If you have any questions about any of them or want to talk about more of them, I am always happy to talk more about my favorite games. Just give me an excuse. I will not shut up about them. You know where to find me. You can get to my Discord or my Telegram. But yeah, I'll never say no to talking about games. If I ever say I don't want to talk about games, something's terribly wrong, and you should probably call the police. But yeah, we're gonna raid on over to my sis, who's playing some Deadlock, and I hope to see you all again. If not sooner than Saturday for the next round of board gaming. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and thanks for stopping by. See you later. Bye bye.